Let's take a trip on my magic banana. It's a flavorful extravaganza over clouds, over trees, over seas, over space and time. Start at the tip and move towards the stem. Soon we'll be out in the solar system, seeing stars we never dreamed we would ever see. Let's take a trip on my magic banana. Let's take a trip on my magic
Oh my God. Is it? It is. It's actually really you.
Yeah, it's me.
I love LA. I can't believe this is happening. Is this real life?
I don't think it gets any more real than having someone you watched on TV that you thought was overworldly rich and famous drive you somewhere for $4 an hour because they technically stopped qualifying for unemployment over 15 years ago.
8-year-old Bijou would never believe that Sam and the Magic Banana drove 36-year-old Bijou to work on a Monday morning.
Well, please ask 8-year-old Bijou to ask 36-year-old Bijou to confirm that we are going to 2000 Avenue of the Stars in Century City.
She says yes. I know it's cheesy, but will you say it before we take off?
Normally, no, but you're so enthusiastic, how can I not? Are you ready for a banana adventure?
Bloop, 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 bloop. Bloop, 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 bloop. Bloop, 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 bloop. Bloop, 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 bloop. This is completely surreal and totally not on my lifetime bingo card.
It's been a blessing and a curse, but I guess that's sort of a stereotype.
I used to watch Sam and the Magic Banana every Saturday. It made me believe that the whole world was going to be magical when I grew up. That being an adult would be this big, fun adventure. That all the problems would work themselves out. That my miserable childhood would just kind of end at some point.
Well, that was sort of the general idea, I guess. I'm just an actor, so I didn't have much to say about the content of the show. Honestly, if I'd known that it would restrict me to a lifetime of typecasting, I may never have taken it.
I could see that. Everyone is always going to see you as the Magic Banana guy, no matter what else you appear in.
Right. Before the Banana Show, I had done an audition to play Banco in a production of Macbeth. I still kind of regret that decision.
Aw, that's okay. I regret a lot of my life decisions. Life is so complicated, but 8-year-old Bijou watched you on TV and thought life would be so simple. Like if you just stayed positive and tried hard enough, you could do anything. So that's what I did, and look at me now. 36 years old and still working as an EA. Never really pursuing my dream of being a hand model. What a stupid dream. How come when you told us to follow our dreams no matter what, you never warned us that maybe our dreams are really stupid and extremely competitive, and even if you were successful, we'd never be able to afford a 1-bedroom apartment in West Hollywood?
Well, again, I didn't write the show.
But yeah, you could have said something. Like in that one episode where you discover a legendary treasure guarded by mystical creatures. Just before you convince the guardian to share the treasure by teaching them the value of friendship, couldn't you have turned to the camera and said, "Hey, Bijou, hand models make scale 99% of the time, and they're going to be replaced by AI before you even turn 40, and spending $1,500 a month on organic paraffin wax as an investment in your future non-existent career is going to just land you in debt, divorce, and working 2 jobs to have the displeasure of being ghosted on dating apps by short, ugly men 3 times a week."
The censors probably wouldn't have allowed it.
I didn't have a single positive adult role model in my life, so I trusted you. I trusted you to have all the right answers, but instead you gave me advice like, dance like no one is watching.
What's wrong with that?
Sam, I didn't take all that fucking ballet in high school just to dance like no one was watching. Do you really think I put up with bunions, corns, shin splints, and 4 weeks of recovery after surgery for Morton's neuroma just so I could dance like no one was watching me? If I survived 4 years of stress fractures, blisters, and ingrown toenails, I want every last person in the TMZ to watch every inch of my body while I'm dancing as if their lives depended on it. Do you think Anna Pavlova danced like no one was watching? Also, hello, ring ring, who's there? Biology calling. There's a reason people dance, and it's not to be ignored. And don't even get me started on life's a journey, not a destination. That's just a lie that complacent people tell themselves so they can feel better about having never gone anywhere good or having never accomplished any of the things they set out in life to accomplish because they lacked discipline.
Are you talking to me or to yourself?
I am flying through the fourth dimension on a magic banana for f***'s sake. Do you really think I even know who I'm talking to right now?
Fair enough.
The worst was when you did that fitness campaign.
Oh, wow. I forgot all about that. They actually paid really well.
I remember it. I remember you told us to exercise every day because it was good for us, so I did it.
Well, it sounds like the show made a positive impact.
You didn't mention that when we're going through trauma, that exercise can exasperate it. That depression is a healthy response to trauma because your body needs rest.
It was a kid's show for children.
Again, you could have turned to the camera just before the magic banana turns into a time machine, and you go back to ancient Rome to stop a gladiator fight by convincing everyone to embrace kindness and teamwork and said, "Hey Bijou, when the 10-year BFF you friend zone finally calls you out and stops talking to you, don't try to heal by doing an hour on the Stairmaster for the first time, because if you do, you are going to cry harder than you've ever cried in your entire life to the exact wrong moment of the Lauryn Hill Unplugged in the parking lot of Planet Fitness. Just as your creepy coworker who you think is undiagnosed dissociative disorder walks by and sees you." Likewise, in that episode where you shrink the magic banana down to the size of a molecule and explore a hidden microscopic kingdom inside of a dewdrop, just before you unite the warring bug tribes by suggesting a dance-off, you could have said, "Hey, Bijou, you dumb idiot. Don't cancel Spotify Premium to save $10 a month because Amazon Music is free, but doesn't let you block any specific songs on your breakup playlist that might trigger you every single time you hear them, no matter how much crap therapy you go through on that stupid therapy app every 6 hours, where you are probably talking to a robot or a teenager in the Philippines because your insurance won't cover real therapy."
We were just trying to entertain kids.
Look at me, Sam. Do I look entertained? Maybe you did. Maybe you entertained some kids. And maybe you ruined some kids' entire lives in the process.
Look, I get it. Life isn't all a TV show about a grown man flying around on a banana, and I'm sorry if we made you think that it was. But maybe what you loved wasn't about the big adventures. Maybe it was about the little moments, the shared inside jokes and callbacks to previous episodes and feeling like you were a part of a group. And you still are. You can share those things with other people who also grew up watching the show.
Have you met those people?
Yes.
They are such losers. They never talk about anything other than all these obscure details of the show and don't know about anything else happening in the world right now.
Okay, so they're stuck, just like you. Look around. You're looking at Earth from up here. It's not what you expect. You'd think it'd be all awe and wonder, like seeing a jewel hanging in space. But it's more than that. It's fragile. It's vulnerable. Like holding something impossibly delicate in your hands and realizing how easily it could break. After we land, it'll stay with you. That mix of beauty and fear. That's what I'm talking about. Moments like this. For all the bad stuff that happened, there are still moments like this. I don't even notice it much because I'm up here 30 times a day, and as I get older, those moments are fewer and farther between. But there are still these incredibly special moments. You almost never know they're happening when they're happening. You remember them when you're annoyed about cleaning up cat vomit at 2 in the morning and your phone says, "Hey, remember this moment from 8 years ago?" And you stop and you see the most magical things you'd forgotten all about and you can't believe you witnessed, let alone partook in. And then your whole mood changes. You remember them when you're waiting in line at In-N-Out and everyone around you looks younger and happier than you. But then a song starts playing on the radio and it triggers another memory of something you can't even explain to another person who wasn't there.
I'm sorry for dumping all that on you. I'm not sure. I guess I was just so excited to meet you and then, well, maybe you're right. Maybe being a grown-up isn't that bad. I'm just really going through it right now.
It's okay. It's another part of being a grown-up that the writers may have failed to mention in between the commercial breaks.
8-year-old Bijou is probably mortified right now.
47-year-old Sam is amused. Do you want to make the ascending noise again?
Nah, I'm good.